Good morning from Sherry Brook Farm. We put the mothers outside today so they could get some time away from the babies and get to graze and socialize. We put all the baby goats together this morning. They're anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks in age, and they're having a very good time socializing. Just like dogs, they sniff each other's butts and try to figure out who's who. And like most herd animals, there's always going to be a pecking order. Someone's going to try to be in charge, bully the other ones around. But they're having a good time outside this morning. I wanted to go over some of the things we do to make sure that the baby goats stay healthy. One of the first things we start doing when they're 2 to 3 weeks of age is they get disbutted. The customers who purchased these goats did not want their goats to have horns, so I had that done. The 2 female goats that we're retaining that we're going to be showing at the state fair, horns are not allowed, so we had them done as well. So they got disbutted, and when they had that done, they got their first CDT shot, which has tetanus in it and prevents them from getting an infection from that procedure. The next thing we start doing when they're 4 weeks of age is I give them 1 cc of Safeguard for goats. It's a wormer, and that will take care of any worms they've picked up by eating grass and sand and dirt that they come along in their little paddocks. And we do that when they're 4 weeks of age. We also start a 5-day preventative program where we give them 1 cc per 20 pounds of Albon. You also get that from the vet. And Albon is going to prevent Coccidia. Coccidia is a little protist that lives in the soil. And again, the goats could pick that up and it would cause them to get very, very bad diarrhea. You don't want to mess around with that. You want to prevent it and make sure it never occurs. So they have that preventative treatment as well. The next thing they're going to get done when they're around 8 weeks of age is the registered goats need to get tattooed in their left and right ear. That will be another procedure and another opportunity to give them a CDT shot for that. Tattoos are required in registered goats, so when you show them and you're at the vet check and you get your health certificate, the vet always checks the ear and makes sure that the tattoos match the registration papers. So that has to be done as well. But they're having a very good time socializing today. 2 of the females are going to be going to the same home. So this is their first time of getting to see each other, so they'll do well. You see the little goat there eating dirt already, so good thing she's getting her first worming today. Yes, goats love to jump from any height. They're very brave, and they're very good at landing like they're supposed to. A lot of running around and a lot of bouncing and a lot of headbutting taking place today. They're having a good time. We usually find them most active earlier in the morning and in the evenings around 6:30 to 8 o'clock. When it's hot, everybody just seeks out some shade and they usually just chill out until the weather's better, then they start playing again. As far as what I feed them, they eat a 16% dairy goat feed. It's kind of like a sweet feed like you would give a horse, except it's made for goats. It has the right amount of minerals and copper and things that are essential for goats. Always buy goat feed, do not buy sheep feed. Feeding them horse feed is better than feeding them sheep feed. Just don't feed anything for sheep. The minerals are just not there that they need. Other than that, fresh water. Always got to have fresh water. Sometimes I even lock the buckets to the fence so they can't accidentally get knocked over. The goats should never be without fresh water. Other than shelter, they got to have shelter. They need shade from the sun. They need shelter from the rain. They're pretty good about managing cold weather as long as they have a nice coat. With the show goats, we have to shave them in October. So a lot of times I have to make sure if it's going to be in the 30s, I bring those goats in or make sure they have a good wind block from the cold wind. But there's nothing more fun than sitting around playing with baby goats. We try to sit in each pen every day, and that way the goats learn to come to us and jump on us and play and socialize with humans, because that's very important. A lot of people raise their babies on a bottle, and so this is our opportunity to bond. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.